Hello everybody, welcome to ChinesePod. This is Joy.
And this is Joe.
Today we're going to go to our Chengyu series. Now, Chengyu are 4-word phrases. They are Chinese idioms.
And those are very set in stone. So you cannot really change them, and they normally come with a specific context that you have to know about.
And I find a lot of Chengyu have a very educational meaning or something, sources of wisdom, basically. So in today's Chengyu, we're going to talk about the characters shan, which means
mountain,
and hai,
the sea, the ocean.
Oh, these are my favorites. And shan and hai, you'll see them in a lot of Chinese paintings. They represent the world, the elements. Let's talk about them now.
Nice.
So our very first Chengyu is 开门见山.
So 开门 is opening the door, and 见山 is to see mountains. That sounds very pleasant to me. Like, I don't know, it's like nature, big spaces, and it's like, oh, nice. I'm opening the door and everything is like, wow.
Beautiful. It sounds like vacation.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So you're right in saying that everything is open. 开门见山 describes a situation that's very clear in the very beginning. So when this person's expressing something, they like to have the main idea right up in the front. So you have no questions about what this speech or what this conversation or what this essay is about.
So it's not about the feeling I had in my mind. It's more like, okay, I'm opening the door and I'm seeing everything clearly.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Like a 360-degree clear and open view. So you can see all of it. Okay, so an example of 开门见山 is if I said someone's way of speaking is such, then that means he's very direct.
Okay, yeah, because he's opening the door and you see the mountain.
Immediately.
Or somebody's throwing the mountain at you.
Yeah. And I guess I would contrast this with Chinese cultures and Western cultures. They're very different because in Chinese cultures, people do not 开门见山
Normally
often.
not, yeah. Like we Germans do that a lot, and that's
Americans too, very straightforward.
Sometimes that's a little bit problematic because when I use German directness and people are like, oh,
Too offensive,
yeah.
too straightforward. Interestingly enough, Chinese people are very direct in other ways, but usually not in front of the person in question.
Okay.
Okay, so let me give you a sentence. I can say, 他说话开门见山，我不喜欢这样.
Oh, so he's very direct, and that's why you don't like him. So that's maybe somebody said this about me. I hope not.
I actually do like it though. So I would say 我很喜欢. Okay, another sentence. 我就开门见山的说了，我喜欢你.
So you're saying something very directly and then you like me.
Yes.
And you use the 开门见山 here together with the, right?
Yes, exactly.
So to indicate that you're describing the adjective of speaking. 说. Okay.
So we can say somebody is 开门见山 or 我开门见山的说. 第二个成语是人山人海.
So that would be people, mountain, people, sea.
Yeah, so I actually have heard Chinese students write this in their papers.
Okay.
And you can guess what it means. They would say, this place is very people mountain, people sea.
Okay, so if they translate, so they use it to describe a place. And now a place, people, mountain, people, like full of people maybe? Like people,
Yeah.
mountains, people, like people as big as the mountains, as much as the sea, something like this.
Yeah, like a sea of people.
Oh, yeah.
Mountains of people. So people mountain, people sea, you can use this as an adjective. So you can say, 上海是个人山人海的城市.
So Shanghai is a city that is people, mountain, people, sea, full of people.
Yes. Or I can say, 我不想去人山人海的地方，我们待在家吧.
Oh, so you don't like these places that are too crowded.
I don't.
So let's stay home.
Yeah, it's a good plan.
Yep.
Okay, the very next 成语 is easy to guess. It goes, 上山 下海.
So to go up the mountains and down the sea.
Yes. So think about the effort that it would take for a person to go up the mountains and down the sea.
It sounds very tiring.
Yes. So this symbolizes intense effort or being willing to put in some time or hard work or go, to the depths of the ocean or the ends of the earth type of thing.
Okay.
I think it sounds romantic.
Romantic. I thought of yeah.
Okay, I will ask you a question.
Okay.
It's very romantic. Are you ready?
Try me.
你愿意为了我上山下海吗?
Okay. Whether I'm willing to go up the mountains and down the sea for you?
Don't laugh, it's real.
Okay.
你愿意吗?
我愿意。为了你，我可以上山下海。
It's hard to say that with a straight face. These are what all beautiful Chinese love stories are made of.
For you, I will go up the mountain and down the sea.
Oh. Okay, so of course, this is not only for romantic situations. You can also describe a person who's very hard at work, but his job requires him to go everywhere. Again, to the ends of the earth, to the depths of the ocean.
Are we speaking about actual places going everywhere or more like efforts he has to take?
I would usually think of this as places, but it can also be both. Places and efforts. He has to go really out of his comfort zone to do a lot of things, to explore. Okay. 他工作很辛苦，常常上山下海.
So his job is very tiring and he often has to go up the mountain and down the sea.
Yeah, maybe he travels a lot. Okay, I really like this next one because it has to do with seafood and I like seafood.
Okay.
山珍海味.
So we can tell that it has to do with seafood by the last two characters, 海味, which is like sea and taste. So sea taste is normally like the seafood taste, which I don't really like actually if it's too much. But here I think it's very positive because in the front we have 珍, which means precious.
Yeah.
And then together with the mountain. So mountain, precious, sea taste.
Yeah, we're describing food that is amazing. And it's not necessarily that it's only seafood.
Okay.
It just means a wide variety of precious flavors.
So
It could be expensive cuisine. It could be exquisite. Doesn't really have to be seafood.
So things that you find in the mountain and the sea, but basically all together.
Yeah.
That's how I
good way
like
to remember
seafood
it.
because I do like seafood when it's part of more than just seafood.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. Okay, so I can say, for example, I'm going to a fancy party. 派对上有很多山珍海味.
So at this party there's a lot of delicious food.
Yeah. Ooh, fancy. This sort of fancy food might not only appear at expensive restaurants or parties. I think mother's home cooking could also be amazing cuisine as well. 妈妈做的饭就是山珍海味.
So mama's food is always delicious. But that depends actually. I wouldn't
Depends on
say the
mom.
same thing about the things my mother cooked, I have to admit. I hope she doesn't see this video. But if you're hungry, then anything is like delicious food anyways, right?
True. 肚子饿的时候，每样食物都是山珍海味.
In this lesson, we talked about Chengyu that are related to the words for mountain and sea, 山 and 海. In the beginning, we painted a picture about opening doors and immediately seeing a mountain, and this was expressing directness.
开门见山.
Then we talked about places that are crowded with seas and mountains of people.
人山人海.
And we talked about taking great lengths or going great lengths and going on the mountains and down to the sea.
上山下海.
In the end, we talked about delicious food.
山珍海味. Okay, so I have a confession of love to make.
Okay.
As we always do. 我就开门见山的跟你说.
So you're telling me something very directly?
我在人山人海找到你，真好。
Oh, that you found me among the masses of people is very good.
为了你，我可以上山下海。
for you, you will go up the mountains and down the sea.
我要带你吃山珍海味。
So you will take me eat delicious food. Okay. 那我们就结婚吧。
我们结婚吧。 Okay, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want to make some sentences or you have some romantic situations to tell us about, please leave them down in the comments below. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Joy.
I'm Joe.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
ChinesePod, ChinesePod.